Hey you guys, and welcome back. So I wanted to do this brief video just to kind of discuss something and get something out so that black women can have this at the forefront of their mind. And this really struck me when we saw this recent rant from Godfrey, the comedian. And since then, he has done a video to where he did something that resembled an apology. And I know all of us are human. We have our bad days, we have our weak days, we're off our game. But even in that apology, it didn't sound like he understood the weight of the language that he used and the tone that he used and how he responded to those black women. And there was something that was really interesting to me that stood out in one of the comments that he made to a woman where he called her a bedwench. Now, I know that word has been thrown around for years now, and I guess because he has seen other black American men use that term, he felt comfortable in using it as well, because he admittedly, he talks about all the time how he's Nigerian. I don't follow him like that, but I've never heard him refer to himself as Nigerian American. He always refers to himself as Nigerian. And I just thought that that was so interesting coming out of his mouth with him being African. Because between the African men and the black men, that was the whole reason why that term got associated with black women. Now, I know all of the Africans there on the continent weren't involved in selling us to the Europeans, but I haven't read an account yet where any of the other surrounding peoples tried to stop it or said to the Europeans, hey, we hear y'all are mistreating and dogging out our people over there. So, send them back now or stop doing it or don't make us come over there and whoop your ass. I haven't read an account to that effect. So the whole reason why black women and girls were put in that position, put on those ships and subjected to the whims of another race of man is because black African men sold them to white men to do those things to black women and for them to be referred to as bed wenches. Then when black women and girls got to this land, the black men who were sold with them failed to protect them. So that term bed wench is really the verbal manifestation of the betrayal of the black African man and the failure in manhood of the black man in the diaspora. Because those black women and girls didn't just come to America. They went to wherever they were being brought to be slaves. And what's so interesting and sad at the same time is that you have European soldiers and men in general going to the continent and doing the same thing to the women and the girls over there under the watchful eye of the African man. And when we start getting into some of these books, you will see that it wasn't, again, just like with our experience here in America, it wasn't just the white men who were preying on black women and black girls. Okay, it was black men as well. And that's what you see also continuing to happen on the continent. You have European men, men coming from these European nations going to the continent and just doing whatever they want to do to the women and the girls while the African men sit back and watch, and then they also partake in that same predatory behavior towards their own women and children. So that's going to be it for this video. I just wanted to kind of put that out there just to have black women to have that in the forefront of their mind. When you hear these black men throwing around that term, that's really, and I'm not exactly sure why black men enjoy doing this, enjoy putting their failures and their betrayal and their lack of manhood out on Front Street. It's almost like they're bragging about their betrayal and their lack of manhood. It's almost like it's a point of something to be proud of, that I failed to protect my women and my children. I betrayed my own women and my children when I'm supposed to be the one who is protecting and providing for them. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. I will be so happy to have you. You guys have a great day, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks.